Hey guys, just having a little non-digital fun today. I got this little wood heart from the dollar store and transferred some text to it, as you can see. And there's a funny story how I had to do that. So with this whole quarantine thing, I don't have any printer ink and didn't have any way to print it onto paper. So I actually had to show it on my laptop screen, and I thought, oh, I can just trace it from the screen. Except it's a touch screen, so every time I moved my hand on it, the whole thing moved. And sorry for the birds, by the way. The whole screen would move, and so I couldn't really do it like that. So I ended up using the Chrome browser and the Chromecast on my TV to send it to my TV so I could get up and put the piece of paper against the TV and trace it off of that. Okay, so then I ended up using a technique we learned in I think it was my first year of art school. So I had it drawn lightly on here, and I went over it in marker to make sure it was dark. Then I flipped it over and did the whole thing, traced it all really heavy with a number 2 pencil. A softer pencil would be even better, but that's all I had. And then flip it over, tape it to the piece of wood, and then rub over it with something like a popsicle stick or an eraser. I actually use the eraser end of my Wacom pen. And then that transferred lightly the letters on there, and I was able to go over them and do them a little heavier so I could see them, and I filled them in just so it was easier to see what I was doing. And so now I've got the old Proxxon, the rotary tool, and we're going to start doing some carving. So I've got this little carving burr here. I'm not sure if you can make it out, but get that installed. Make sure it's in tightly. Okay, nice and tight. Okay, now that's in, and my safety glasses, safety first. Hopefully I can make these work over top of my regular glasses. And then I've got my mask. It's convenient that we have all these masks for quarantine, so I can use it as a dust mask. Okay. This is very thin wood, so I'm hoping that I don't carve right through it. But let's see what we can do. Get this plugged in. I'm going to use like a kind of a medium setting around 7,000 RPMs. If you go too far, too fast, you might end up burning the wood, and it'll be discolored, and you'll see smoke, and that's no good. So go up to about 7,000. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna have to take my regular glasses off. So, since this blade is turning, or the bit is turning clockwise, you'll want to pull this way from it. So if you're left-handed, you would be pushing, but since I'm right-handed, I'll be pulling away from it, because if you try to go forward, it'll just run away. So, seems to be working all right. Okay, I've got the A finished. There we go. So I'm just going to finish the rest of the letters off camera, and then we'll start smoothing. Okay, I'm all done carving. Get some of that sawdust off. And you can see how it came out. And so we've got some little fuzzy bits around the edges. So we'll just hit it with a little bit of sandpaper, give it a real light rub. Get rid of some of my pencil lines too. Okay, that got rid of most of it. Still a little bit in there. Okay. Now I'm going to switch bits. Because you can see, hopefully you can see, inside the lines there, it's a little bit rough. So I'm going to use a different bit here. This one will hopefully be able to smooth it out real nicely. Make sure I'm unplugging it while I take the bit out, for safety's sake. Okay. New bit. A little bit more. Okay, it's all the way in. It's nice and tight. Plug it back in. Get my safety glasses back on. And my mask. Okay, see if we can smooth some of these out. I'm going to do the 7,000 RPM again. Alright, let's see. I don't know how well you can see that. There, I think it came out pretty smooth for that L. And I'm going to try to get the rest, but as you can see, my bit that I have on here is not really small. So I may not be able to get into some of these tiny crevices. But I still think it helps to show the handmade look. So I'm going to finish those all up, and I'll show you how it looks when it's done. Alright, there it is. Hopefully you can see it okay. Helps a little bit if I put a shadow over there. But yeah, I think that came out really nice. So I'm just, as soon as I can get some stain, I'll throw a little stain on there, maybe make the letters a little darker. And then I think it'll be real nice. Maybe give it as a gift, or maybe sell it, who knows. But yeah, if you liked this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and then I'll be back to more digital content next time. And see you later.